Do you want to upgrade your car's stereo without breaking the bank to the latest and greatest features? Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Google Connect, you guys name it. If it's not this model, this company is going to have the model for your precise vehicle, whether it's floating or whether it's completely in-dash unit. Then this video is for you. What's going on, guys? My name is Chris. I'm back with you with another unboxing and review video. This one's going to be for, I believe you pronounce the name ATOTO, but just like all my unboxing and review videos, in the description box right below the video is going to be this precise one that I am reviewing, not to mention all their other models. You guys can read about it. Pick the right one for your specific car. I will be installing this in a 2013 Fiat 500e electric vehicle, if you are wondering. This particular one is the S8, the standard new version. And let's go ahead and get it out of the box and show you what this unit comes with, and we'll show you some installation tips as well. Now, I've already taken it out of the box. This is the unit. We're gonna get to that in just a second here. But inside the box, we do have screen protectors. And this is the new version, the Gen 2 version. And so again, we're gonna be showing you all the key components. You have your USB DVR, external storage cable here, has USB connectors and a plug there. We have our microphone input for making phone calls, another cable here. We have, of course, our brackets, our bracket here, our bracket here. We have two of these side brackets here, and this is all well boxed. I have already unboxed it on my own. Some screws here just because I wanted to look at what I'm going to be installing. Here is our Wi-Fi antenna here. Here's our GPS antenna here, double-sided tape on that one. And here is your cluster of pins here and here. Now, if you are going to be using your standard controls on your steering wheel, you will have to get a harness for that to be compatible. And also you might have to get an aftermarket plastic that goes around your unit if it's not plug and play. This again is the S8 Gen 2. You got all your guides here, etc. And that's gonna do it for the box. And lo and behold, I have actually got myself a reverse camera compatible with this unit as well. We're just gonna pull this out real quickly. You have all your wiring here for that. You have yourself what looks to be some mounts there. And you have the reverse camera right here. So you got your cable connectors here that connect into the unit. You got a little cover there. Remove that when you're ready to go. Just a small little square camera mounts to your upper portion of your license plate. I guess you can go bottom if you want as well. It's up to you. Coming around the back here. And as you can see, it is metal, so you just lightly bend that to the angle that you desire. And now let's go ahead and look at the unit here before we do go out and install it. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that plastic on just for right now for installation. Don't wanna scratch it, etc. This is a floating one. These screws can all be differentiated with the sizing, the tiltness, etc. And this is the 3G 32 gig coming around the side here to the back. And you have all your pins here. You already have a fuse in it here. You have your mic, your IR, your power, your 15 amp fuse, your Wi-Fi, all your cables here, your GPS, your FM antenna, your USB 1, and your video here. This is a 8-inch screen. We'll get some better shots of this, but you got your home button, forward, reverse, logo here, sound plus, sound minus, mute, and power there. And of course, this is touchscreen as well. Let's install all this. All right, for this install on this particular car, what we're gonna do is we're actually going to do a full plug and play harness. This is gonna make the install so much easier. There is the model number right there. I will try to have this linked in the description box below if you are gonna be doing this for a Fiat years 2012 to 2015. This is an Exius Integrate. Once again, there is the model number there. They were selling out on Amazon. I actually got this on Crutchfield with free 2-day shipping. And if you do not know about wiring, this is just going to make the install so much easier because wiring a radio is super complex. Anyway, so first and foremost, in my case, using the removal tools, popped out my radio right here. We're going to have to unclip the harnesses in the back. And what this module does for me is it's going to be a plug and play where I am able to still use all my controls here, answering the phone, etc. So that's going to be really beautiful. So once the radio is removed and all the pins are out, you're going to have this large white one and the gray one that came from the radio. Now the adapter that I just showed you I picked up from Crutchfield, that one goes into the gray one and the red one goes into the white one here. Perfect fit and clipped in. Now we have the red one distributing some cables and wires here, and we also have the big black one distributing all these wires down here. Now we're going to go to the back of our radio here. So like I said, this harness system is a plug and play, but there's still a little bit of installation you do have to do. Now this is going to make it easy for you here. Okay, so you are going to have this little harness kind of off to the side here. I haven't got that far quite yet, but our SWC harness goes into our access box right here, plugging into the side. And then all those bare wires that we saw over here, well, the steering wheel audio control goes in right here to this one, into the harness that was provided by the company. So this goes into the back of this radio here. And now, this is actually just temporary. I would actually solder these together or get some really nice crimping, but little nut caps do work with a little electrical tape. It's not gonna hurt anything. But if you want a more secure, solder the wires together. But it's pretty simple. Your directions state on the back of here what wires go to what, which is really nice and convenient. And the harness provided by the company actually has all the labels on here, which is awesome. So I'm gonna do the chassis ground black to black right here and proceed forward. So I've gotten the unit to officially fire up, which is just beautiful. I do want to show you one correction that I did have to do. So originally I plugged in the SWC harness into my control box here, but it wouldn't turn on for some reason. So I actually unplugged that harness and plugged the other one into my adapter box right here, and everything seems to be functioning just beautifully. Now, something to keep in mind though, you will need an aftermarket faceplate that goes around the radio as well. It will block a majority of this, but you probably still will see something off the side here. So an aftermarket Fiat one will cover up this section with plastic and make it look a little bit more professional. All my wiring is in play, and the directions on the back of the piece of paper gave me all of my information here. I didn't do anything about this down here, but I did everything from purple, black up to yellow, and it was super easy because my harness did already have it labeled here as well. Not to mention, just pay attention. Now, the tricky part though is every car is going to be a little different, and so you'll need to be able to push back your harnesses. There's a lot of room back right and back left, which I'm going to have to do. But then also with this unit, we do have GPS and Wi-Fi as well, which we're gonna have to navigate. So we might actually have to pull this unit out, navigate that through like a slot here, have that mounted up on top right here. Or if you wanna get really stealth with it, you're gonna have to come up front of the dashboard. But again, each car is different. So you'll wanna go ahead and wire it professionally and stealthily as you desire. Some people don't care. You can run it straight from the back up, mounted up here like I have my ATOTO device here. Well guys, this is super cool having Google Maps fully laid out right here. Absolutely super high tech. I feel like I'm in a Tesla. Instead, I'm in a Fiat. All right, we won't go into all the details of connecting the rear camera, but I'm just showing you before the finished install. Sorry, I'm trying to get the right angle of light there. As we can see, the camera hooked up looking behind me. Very nice 720p HD. So what happens is when you put your car in reverse, it sends the signal to your main unit, and then when you put it in drive, it disconnects and goes right back to the main screen. Now when it is in reverse, even if you hit the home button or anything like that, nothing will happen. It will stay in camera mode until you put it in drive. Let me show you a couple of really sweet features of the deck here. So again, this is a soft install. This is not the permanent install. I'm just getting things prepared here. We have our microphone right off of the left side here. We also have the USB line coming down. You will need a data cable, a legitimate one, to be able to do this with your phone. I have it plugged into the phone link connection here for Android Auto. This is also compatible with Apple CarPlay as well. So right now I'm actually going to be mirroring whatever is on my phone, as we can see right down here. So let's go ahead and just go over to photos. Now, when I tilt it this direction in landscape mode, then the screen shows you right here. Now, unfortunately, if you are wondering, none of the buttons up here work with it. I'm only able to control all that with my phone down here. So if you do want to play it, you have to hit those buttons. There should be a way of being able to control that. I'm going to have to maybe look in the settings because I'm actually not even hearing audio out of the device. It's all coming out of my phone. So we'll have to look into the app associated with that. But coming over here to some juicy details, let's go ahead and take a look. Now, a couple things that I've realized, obviously we do need to change the time, but when I go to turn my lights on, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it here. Let's go ahead and see. Sorry about the glare. There's really kind of nothing we can do about that. That's a little bit better. All right, so the lights are off right now. I'm going to go ahead and turn them on right now, and you're going to see it auto dim. It doesn't dim too much. I turned them off and it went back on. If you noticed it there, let's do it one more time. Lights on and lights off there. You can obviously also dim this. You just drop down the screen here. There's all your Wi-Fi right there, your eye comfort. There's so many different details in this. It's pretty much like a cell phone, but let's go ahead and drop that down, and we'll drop that down one more time. And there is your bar for the settings there. You just touch that and dim it to your preference. Silent notifications on there. Now, obviously with Google Maps, we already saw that, but here we can see that we can scroll, see everything. Of course, I have to be connected to my hotspot on my phone, but you can zoom in, you can zoom out, and you're going to be looking at pretty much what your cell phone would show you, but you're on this screen. Another awesome feature is YouTube already pre-installed. Going off of your hotspot, because you're going off your hotspot, just absolutely phenomenal. Let's go ahead and show you this here real quick. Let's check this out right here. Can't play too much of that because copyright, but use this completely all day yesterday. It was awesome being able to play music over YouTube, and it actually did a really great job mobile hotspotting off of my phone. So you can control that all right here. The only bad con that I've experienced so far, and it's not to do with the radio, it's to do with my harness, is I've connected my steering wheel controls and I still don't have volume control on my steering wheel, which is kind of a bummer. It's right on the back right here, and I just flick it down. Not too bad of an issue to use the buttons right up front right here. Not that big of a deal. Again, that's not the radio's fault. The harness did not come with it. But again, you can just go ahead and kick that down. You can flick off some of this stuff here. Let's go ahead and push back and expand that and get that going there. Use our back button there. Obviously, it's pretty much a computer, getting rid of some apps and all that stuff there, being able to get it a little bit quicker. We got 3 gigs of memory, 1.5 available. Coming back over here now, again, there's just too many features on this to go through everything. Wi-Fi calling. You got Android Auto, obviously. You got your scrolling. So while I'm charging my car, I can literally watch YouTube videos, Bluetooth. You got HDR. You got Google Maps, Navi. You got Pandora already on here, Google Play Store. Download some other apps on here. You got Torque. You can check your all sorts of different stuff. There's just so many different features. It's a pretty sweet computer, not to mention a nice screen size. You can play around with your equalizer for your music, look at your files, look at gallery if that's set up with your internal storage. It does have some cool little wallpapers already on there. Hitting that back, hooking up your rear view camera, which we've already seen. It's a great radio with so many different features. And if you are wondering, and I highly do not recommend it, it is up to your local laws, but you are able, if you are wondering, to view those YouTube videos while you are in drive. It does not have to be in park. Again, abide by your local laws, but it is a nice feature if it is legal to watch YouTube videos or listen to YouTube videos, music videos while you're driving. You have the capable means of doing it the way I wired it. I do want to show you something real quick, but let's pause it real quick. Okay, so I'm listening to a music video. This is Billy Eilish, Chill Boost Beats. Their remix is pretty cool on your way to the gym. It's minimized it while I'm driving, so you don't have to have that whole screen up there if you're listening to music, worried about officers pulling you over. You can minimize it while you're listening to music, pause and play all from this little square right here. Not to mention go into your settings, well, it's still over here, and this can flap around into the different areas there while the music is playing. And if you are wondering, no, I do not have YouTube Red. This is just standard stock. I'm not even signed in. And how I figured out how to do that was I was trying to change 24-hour to 12-hour, and it kept playing music. So I thought that was really cool. Now, obviously, I need to go over here, so I'm going to push that over there, go over to System, Date and Time right there. We'll go ahead and come down here, so I got to get rid of that little box skin, and I'm going to go ahead and check off of 24-hour time. That's going to save that. I'm going to get out of that. I'm going to go back to the main menu. Also, you do have FM tuner on here as well. And also, if you're wondering, yes, we are getting blocked. Our AC vents are being blocked. But remember, you are adjustable right back here. This has the adjustment to go down, has the adjustment also to tilt. So in my case, I kind of like it right up there as well. But if I'm not getting good airflow, I'm going to drop that down. I'm going to hide my hazards here. How often do you use that? And if you need it, slip your hand underneath and tag it. I could drop that screen all the way down here, and that would give me complete flow of vents. So this is what it looks like at nighttime here. And by the way, the clock was off. It's actually off about 2 hours or so, if you were wondering. So this is the shot of it during the nighttime. So it looks really nice. Again, you can play around with that contrast and settings. Obviously, it's a lot more clear. The app thumbnails here, it's just a little bit off from my phone filming the screen, but full bright colors as we can see here. Anywho, I do want to show you one thing though. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off right now. It's going to go ahead and die off. And then I want to show you, let me go ahead and just pull the key. Lights come on. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to turn it 1, 2, 3. And that's how fast it fires up. Super, super fast. And then obviously if you were right into YouTube. Now, if we were connected and we were playing a song, let's say it would actually fire right back up. It might be paused, it might not, but obviously my mobile hotspot has disconnected because I was in the gym and it self-disconnects. So I got to reconnect if it's been a little bit of time, and then you're right back to playing music videos again, listening to music. And while that's reconnecting to the internet, I do want to talk about the touch sound. So this actually on stock, on default had touch sound, meaning that when I do hit something, it actually beeps. That beep was kind of annoying and I couldn't lower it, or I couldn't find out how to lower it. So I went into settings and disabled that touch sound, and now it's nice and quiet. Instead of this beep, beep, it was a pretty loud beep, and you can do that in your settings here. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. It is an awesome radio. I'm very impressed. I haven't even dialed in. I haven't showed you all the features. There's just too many of them. But I have shown you the really main features. So in the description box, once again, right below the video is going to be the link for this exact same one. You can also find 2 DIN ones as well. The company offers a lot of different ones. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out. It helps the YouTube algorithm and helps my channel. Subscribe as well. We will see you on the next video, guys. Take care for now. Bye-bye. Don't let the party stop, guys. Hit one of these videos, continue to watch, and we'll see you soon.